Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching my new first video of this year. Woo! I am so super excited for this year. I know everyone is saying that, but actually this year I just feel a new fresh energy coming our way. I don't know if you guys have the same, but I feel so motivated, and not because it's like January, because I think that's always so cheesy, but I can feel it instead of like wanting it. You know what I mean? I feel this is going to be our year. 2020 is going to be so good for a lot of people. It's just a feeling that I get from the universe. And also, I know you guys have been asking a lot to see more of my like personal life, lifestyle. You know, you guys think I'm a little bit secretive, but I'm actually not. Actually, I do have a lot to share, but I was always, I don't know, like kind of shy. I do feel a lot more confident and comfortable right now. So I have a lot of fun content planned this year. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I also want to thank, and I'm sorry this intro is so long, but I also quickly want to thank you guys for keeping up with me. Although I wasn't like as consistent as I wanted to for the last couple of months, from last year. You still supported me, you still watched my videos, still liked it, sent me DMs, everything. And I'm truly, truly, truly super, super grateful for that. And that is honestly what keeps me going. If I'm feeling not so motivated, not so inspired, you guys always like lift me up. And yeah, thank you guys for that. And now let's get ready with me. Let's do makeup. I am so excited for this video and I cannot wait to see what I actually look like with makeup on. And I'm going to show you how I do my brows and everything, because usually I do my brows off camera, and then because I think it's like a boring part, but I personally love watching someone else do their brows. So yeah, it's weird. First of all, I'm going to use this 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. I cannot believe I'm actually doing makeup. I know it's been, I think, less than a week, but honestly it feels like it's like a month or so. It just took so freaking long. Now I'm taking my Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 5. The other day I did a supernatural makeup look, and it was not even like a makeup look, but I did my brows and I put on a lip balm and I think a little bit of tinted moisturizer. So what I did is I applied this on the ends, like right here on my brow, and I actually really liked how it looked. I liked it even more than, filling the rest in. So I'm going to check if I'm going to be able to do that, because usually I start natural and then I end up with bold brows. Then I take this Bobbi Brown concealer. This is in shade Natural. This is a creamy concealer. And a flat brush. This is a concealer brush from Sigma. And then I'm going to carve out the shape of my brow. Like that. So it looks like we put product right here, but we actually didn't. Then I'm going to take this chocolate brow powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills and my Urban Decay Angled Brow Brush. And I'm going to dip into the lightest color and just fill in the ends. So I'm not touching this side, just like that. So I'm taking my Born This Way concealer from Too Faced in Natural Beige, and I am going to apply this on my eyelids. And now with this big brush, I'm just going to blend everything. I think this is, yeah, BH Cosmetics brush in number 5. I have a discount code for it. You should check out the description box. I have a few discount codes. Just to keep in mind that I do get commission if you use one of those codes. So yeah, feel free not to use it if you don't like it. For my eyes, I'm going to use this Ultra palette. This is the Pro palette. I've never used it, but I've always wanted to because it looks beautiful. So we have some highlighters. I think this is meant for, like as a powder, bronzer, blush, highlighter, more highlighters, brow products, and then eyeshadows. So I'm going to start off using this color right here. And I'm just going to keep the eyes pretty simple because I want to go for like a natural look today. This brush is actually really good. This is a NARS brush from the holiday collection. It doesn't have a name, but I think it was like limited edition and it comes like in a set. I'll see if I can find it online and put a link below. So this is super basic, and then I love to take my Hula Caramel bronzer, and then with a big fluffy brush, I'm just going on top and above this eyeshadow. So we don't have like a lot of contrast between the concealer and the eyeshadow, unless you like that, of course. So let's just blend and blend. Now I'm taking the darker color, which is also a matte shade right here. It's kind of like in between like dark brown and purple. And I'm going to apply this right here. It's kind of like create that elongated cat eye effect. So you guys probably have seen all the messages, all the captions about 2020, right? And so I'm not going to make it long, I'm just going to keep it very short because, you know, I've seen everyone sharing their story and I really liked watching them, reading them. But like after a few days, I was like, okay, let's just start with 2020, right? So, so the only thing I have to say about it is hopefully it's going to be a very good year for every one of us, and not only a good year, good decade, good life, everything. I'm not really focused on like my goals per year or so. I do feel like it's a new beginning, new chances, new everything, but my goals just stay the same. So I'm not like, oh, like new year, completely new me. But this year, I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but this year I definitely feel a new fresh energy. So maybe that's the reason why I really wanted to like clean up everything, do everything I was planning on doing 1.5 years ago, right when I moved in here. So I do feel like there's, I don't know if you guys are with me on this, but I do feel like there's this new fresh energy in 2020. But you know, we can't predict the future. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good year for every one of us. By the way, I'm using my first brush again to blend this a bit. So I'm going to take the same brush and I'm quickly going to make this spot a bit darker, but just like a touch, because I personally really love it when you have hooded eyes. This creates a bit more depth. You see that? And dimension. For eyeliner, I'm going to use this ColourPop liquid liner in brown, in Grande, which is a beautiful brown shade. And as you guys know, can't do like a proper wing, so I have to like be creative, do a very thin wing. Okay, so I'm just going to take a Q-tip with a little bit of micellar water on it, and I'm just going to wipe everything clean. Now I'm just taking a black pencil. This is Bad Girl Bang from Benefit. Personally, I really hate this feeling, but I do think it's worth it because your eyes look longer like this. Okay, then I'm going to use these two. This is Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer and my Luminous Silk Foundation. Just quickly going to use a brush for this tinted moisturizer. By the way, I'm in the shade, because you have different shades. This is Natural Radiance. Yeah, I'm definitely a bit more pale right now, so I think I'm going to use a lighter shade from the Armani foundation. So I think I'm still going to use 7.5 from Armani, but just like half a pump, and then mix it a little bit with this All Hours foundation from YSL in B60, since this is a bit lighter and a bit more cool toned. And I don't want to use a lot of foundation, just where I need coverage, and then apply the most coverage in the center of my face. Taking this sponge from Dose of Colors, I am going to blend everything into the skin. So when you do your brows and eyes first, it's pretty hard to go near your brow without really messing them up. So just take a flat brush with a little bit of foundation on it, and I just try to get rid of the redness right here, and also right between my brows. And then you guys know what I'm going to use. Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Mocha. I always say Mocha, but I'm not even sure if you say that like that in English. Mocha. I'm applying it on the back of my hand right here. And this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush in A30. And I'm just going to place it right there and then blend it like upwards. Also like on the sides of my head into the hairline. I'm going to bake with Laura Mercier translucent powder. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we don't have a lot of contour product going on my cheek. So once we do this, it's going to look very neat without looking unnatural. So I'm just going to apply it right there. So I personally like to have a bit of a wider nose. If you don't like that, obviously you can contour a bit smaller. Going to use my concealer in Natural Beige from Too Faced. And a touch from this Jouer High Covering Liquid Concealer in Custard, just because I like to be a tiny bit brighter under my eyes. Using the clean side of this sponge, I am going to blend this into my skin. The powder that I'm going to use to set my under eye area is this Fit Me powder from Maybelline in Fair. I get a lot of questions where I bought this. I bought this when I was in LA, and I don't think it's available in like the Netherlands. Maybe you can try Germany, but let me know if you are in Europe and if this powder is available in your country. I think that would be helpful. Then I'm going to take this Film Star Bronze and Glow powder from Charlotte Tilbury. So I got this for the holidays as a gift, which is super generous. But once I opened it, I thought, oh, that shade is going to be too light, because it does look like a very light, cool toned, not even like a bronzer. It looks like that. But it is a sculpting powder, and I've used it anyways. And I'm so glad I've used it, because it is the perfect sculpt powder I've ever seen. I wouldn't really say it's like a contour powder. You could definitely use it for contouring, because yeah, sculpting is kind of contouring. If you're going to use this on its own, it can look a little bit cool toned, a bit too ashy maybe if you're not like using a bronzer after. But I really like this warm concealer and then sculpting with this powder. It looks really, really, really good. And you don't need a lot, just a tiny bit. And this is the brush that you are supposed to use with sculpting powder. So I'm just really focusing on the ends right here. Then I take a little bit of the normal Hoola, and I'm going to quickly contour my nose just a little bit. Kind of like defining it, not really contouring it. Using the first eyeshadow that I've used from the Ofra palette, I am quickly going to kind of like smoke out my lower lash line, but very naturally. Now I'm going to get rid of all the powders on my face. Make sure to really blend it. You see it looks super natural, as if we've not like even contoured yet. For blush, I'm using this beautiful shade. It's one of my fave. This is Kendra from Nabla. And I think this shade goes with every look. And then with the same brush, I'm quickly going to dip into this highlighting powder from Charlotte Tilbury. And it is very natural looking. So it's not like a blinding highlight, but more like a, I don't know, like a natural highlight, which I prefer a bit more these days. And then for lips, I'm going to use a new product. This is from Nabla as well. And this is in, oh my God, how do I pronounce this? Hedonist. Hedonist? I always say that like so insecure. I don't know. I will look it up. And I'm going to take my Morphe color pencil in Vibes. Blending the sides with my fingers. Like that. And then I'm going to use this liquid lipstick, and I'm curious how this color is going to look. So good. Such a good color. Such a good nude color. Yeah, on top of that, I'm using a little bit of this Orgasm lipstick from NARS, just to look a little bit moist. I'm quickly going to apply some lashes, add some mascara, do something about this hair, and then I'll be right back. And then I finally have some makeup on. Oh, I get so lazy when I do my makeup. I'm sure you guys can relate to the feeling when you just put makeup on after a week or 2 or 3 or 4. So this is the look I was going for, kind of like naturalish, nothing too crazy. I just wanted to do a normal glam. So the lashes I've applied are from Queen Tarzi in Cocoa. Although these are pretty short, they still have like a lot of volume. I think they're perfect if you have hooded eyes. So I kind of did my hair, but my hair is in that awkward moment where you can't really do anything with it. I'm just trying to take care of it as good as I can to kind of like keep it healthy again. This is it. I hope you loved glamming with me again. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, subscribe, hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.